Make sure I got everything. Got my big rod. I can take this one and maybe drop my jig. Bait cooler. Yeah, let me double check. 8-ounce weights. I'm gonna go down to 2nd Street. Actually, first I gotta go to All Tackle. Yeah, I got some in there. Okay, cool. We're good. My other camera, batteries. Yep, cool. All right. Headed down to 2nd Street. I don't know. I've really been liking 2nd Street recently to go fish. I don't know, something about it. Target today is going to be Tog. That's really what I want. I don't know if the water is going to be too warm. Honestly, I haven't even checked the water. There's been a whole lot going on recently. I'll try to catch up to speed. But we have one of those new moons, and we're under a flood watch. But there's no rain. The tide is so high. You'll see it down there. Ocean City is all flooded. So I guess we'll find out how bad the fishing is or how good it is. Hopefully it's good today. Yeah, like I said, I haven't checked the water temps at all. The inlet is completely closed. They have events going on. What is it? Ocean's Calling, the music festival. Country Calling, another music festival. They just got over Bike Week. So it's been a whole lot. And let me tell you, Bike Week this year, it was scary. Way too many accidents. There was a lot of accidents. Even prior to Bike Week, it was the week before. I was going down, Ashley and I were going down to meet a subscriber, Colton. Yeah, he was at the Wedge, so we were going down there to meet up with him. And right by All Tackle, there was 2 motorcycles collided with a pickup truck, and we saw one guy laying in the road. The bikes were all in pieces. EMS hadn't even shown up. They were just getting there, and they flew. I think they flew them to shock trauma. So it was pretty bad. But yeah, so I'll show you exactly where it happened. It's right by All Tackle. I'm gonna run down there, get some bait real quick, and then head down to 2nd Street. I should probably mention, if you're new to my channel, my name's Jay. I live just outside of Ocean City. I live in Ocean Pines, and I do a lot of fishing and stuff in Ocean City. So that's where I'm headed now. We've had a lot of storms too. This past week has pretty much been all storms. It's nice today though, 75 degrees. And hopefully those clouds will kind of go away. So yeah, the plan for today was, I was going to take my electric bike and do another video of that and just do a bunch of different spots, but the problem is the flooding. The flooding is so bad I can't get to most of the spots. I passed 9th Street the other day and it was the street was all flooded. So I can't really drive that thing through it. So that's why a backup plan was 2nd Street and just fish down there. I might change spots. I don't know. I'm not sure. If I'm not catching anything, maybe I will. So today is September 20th. It's actually my 40th birthday. So I wanted to go fishing on my 40th birthday. I love going fishing. Saltwater fishing I don't know, it's something about it. You never know what you're gonna catch. It's so much fun to me. I love doing it. I'm there all the time. But yeah, it was 40th birthday. I'm going fishing, going to try to catch tog. That's my favorite fish to catch. Pound for pound, I think they fight the hardest. So that's why I like it so much. But it's just reflecting on birthdays throughout the years. It's been wild the last 40 years. Just thinking about different things. On my 21st birthday, I was overseas coming home. I think I was like a week away from coming home. I was in Spain. And my 22nd birthday, actually backtrack on that, my 20th birthday, I spent it on Camp Lejeune sleeping in a dirt hole in the woods we were doing like kind of like jungle training or whatever you would call it. But you have to dig these fighting holes, and it's a hole big enough for you to stand up. The hole has to go up to your armpits, and to sleep, you literally just crouch down and go to sleep. But I spent my 20th birthday in a dirt hole. My 21st, I was overseas coming home. My 22nd was when I was awarded my Purple Heart, and it was literally on my 22nd birthday. So I'll talk more about that later in this video. I guess I'll kind of explain who I am and how I got here, and because it's definitely a different story. But yeah, it's just crazy to reflect on everything. Now I just have to catch a fish. That's gonna be the hardest part today. Try to catch one of these. I've seen some down there, but it's few and far between. So hopefully I'll get on something. So what's my story? People have asked me before different things about me. I really never have said much. This is actually the first time I've really brought anything up. I grew up in a small town in Massachusetts, between Worcester and Boston. Its population is small town, like 15,000 people. We all knew everybody. And then when I turned 18, I enlisted into the Marine Corps. I graduated high school early. I was supposed to graduate in June of 03. I graduated January of 03. Went to boot camp at Paris Island in February of 03. I got out in May of 03. Golf Company Platoon 2041. But yeah, I went to boot camp. After that, I went to infantry school in Camp Lejeune, and then from there, I checked into my unit. So I checked into my unit, I think in September of 03, and then November of that same year, we left to go to Afghanistan. So I did 3 deployments in the Marines. I went to Afghanistan. The second one was a MEU. It's MEU, Marine Expeditionary Unit. And it's pretty much, there's a MEU 24/7, 365. It's a strike force. For us as infantry guys, we were trained in downed pilots if we had to get those, riots if there was anything, embassy clearings if we had to clear an embassy. If there was a war that started, we'd be the first ones in there to kick it off. Yeah, it was, you're trained in a whole bunch of things. It's basically like worldwide protection 24/7, 365. There's always a MEU overseas. You go on 6-month rotations, and then the next one goes. So after that, that was my 21st birthday. We were coming back from that. We're in Spain. On that deployment, it was a lot of fun. I went to Africa for a month. I went to Israel, Spain, Greece. Where else did I go? Bahrain, Kuwait, Jordan. Actually, if anyone remembers, in 2005, there was a rocket attack on a U.S. boat, the USS Kearsarge. That was mine. We were just coming in as the boat was getting rocketed. And then from there, July of 06 was my last deployment. I went to Iraq, and that's where I got hurt. August, yeah, it was July when we left. August 26th of 06 was when I hit an IED. I had a traumatic brain injury, and then nerve damage in my neck. So in my neck, like to this day, it hurts. Like sometimes I'll wear a camera mounted on my head, but a lot of times I prefer not to because it hurts my neck. But yeah, so after that, I got out in January of 07, moved to Maryland. Ashley and I were dating at the time, and then from there, we rented an apartment in College Park. Oh, that motorcycle accident that I was talking about real quick was right here at this light. And it was bad. But yeah, so we rented an apartment in College Park, and then we bought a house in Bowie and lived there for a while. And then when our youngest was 6 months old, we decided to pack up and move to the beach. And that's probably the greatest thing that we ever did. I'm gonna go into All Tackle real quick, get some bait, and I'll finish the rest on the way to 2nd Street. All right, we're back. Got a dozen green crabs and 2 packs of peeler crabs frozen ones. So to backtrack, in the Marine Corps, I was a 0311. It's a rifleman in the infantry. And through that, you have like various jobs that you can do. You could be like a machine gunner, mortarman, assaultman. For me, I just wanted straight rifleman. From there, I was trained into, it was called, at the time it was called a SAM-R. You can Google it too, look it up, it's actually pretty cool. Squad Advanced Marksmen. So what they were doing was taking snipers and taking them out of rifle squads and moving them into more like surveillance and target acquisition and stuff like that. So what they did was they were training long-range shooters to replace them inside the infantry squads, and that's what I did. It was a prototype at the time. I was one of like 27 in the Marine Corps that did it, and Afghanistan was the first deployment that we had it. It was like an AR platform style gun, but it had a heavier barrel. It had a scope on it, loopholed scope. I mean, the thing was decked out. It was custom made in Quantico, Virginia at the Marine Corps Weapons Facility. And it was awesome. I took it out to California and we did some long range shooting in Utah. And that was in October of 03. And we're shooting mountaintop steel targets. The furthest I hit was 1,000 yards. It took me I think 2 or 3 tries and I got it. I was trying to hit an 1100 one. My buddy Jim was hitting it and I could never get it. It was a pain, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So after that, I was a team leader, and then I became a squad leader. And the day that I got blown up, we were doing vehicle checkpoints. We were headed back to base, and I hit a T-shape intersection, and they had planted 2 rockets and two artillery shells and a rocket, and it blew up. It was a 155 and a 152 artillery shells and a 125 millimeter rocket. And yeah, that's what did it. So anyway, here is the flooding I'm talking about. And again, this is not the rain. It's all the it's all through the tide. I'm gonna go through it. I'm just gonna go this way. But yeah, it's pretty deep over here. But yeah, so that's what I did in the Marines, and I had an offer to re-enlist. I'm gonna turn around. It's pretty deep. I had an offer to re-enlist when I was in Iraq, and I turned it down. I did not want to. My plan originally was to do 20 years, and then I just didn't want to do it. I was burnt out. I was tired. I'm tired of deployments. 6-month deployments and writing letters back home. Places that we would go, there's really no phone or internet. Like sometimes we would get to email and stuff, but it wasn't fun. So after that, I said I give up. I'm out. I'm getting out. I'm going home. I'm going to start a normal life, and that's what we did. So our decision to move here, Ashley and I had talked for a while, and we said, you pretty much, you have one life. That's all you live. And what do you want to do to make the best of it and to have fun and to do things that we want to do? And we said that we were looking more for the kids of schools and where we want to raise them. And we said, if we could do it, why don't we do it down here? So we did. Thankfully for me, I own my own business, and it's kind of mobile to an extent. And we were able to move down here and restart our lives down here with the kids. Like I said, our youngest was only 6 months old. And all they know is this. They don't know where we lived in Bowie. They don't even remember it. But yeah, best decision that we ever made. It's so much fun living down here and having them raised down here. It's been great. If anyone remembers watching the Louisiana videos that I did, Lee, who we went to go visit down there, he was in the Marines with me the entire time, all 4 years, pretty much. We didn't go to boot camp together, but we went to infantry school together. We did all 3 deployments together. We were together a lot. trying to get to 2nd Street. It looks like it's going to be flooded on 2nd Street, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. I don't think it's going to be as deep as what I just saw it. And yeah, it's like everywhere is like that downtown. That's why I could not take the electric bike down here. Or zap that battery in like a couple minutes. Look at that, more flooding. This one's got some like current going through it. I know down that way is very flooded. Yeah. Whoa, those cars going through it. I would not be doing that, especially with it being salt water. Yeah, it looks like it's all flooded over here too. This doesn't get deep, so I should make it through this just fine. It's literally flowing. This guy is just standing in the water. Crazy. That girl had some boots on. That was pretty smart. You got all these people on dry land up here. I'm gonna try on the end right over here. I might go right over there. Wow, that water's up high. We'll see what's down here today. I have clams. That's what I put on there. But to be honest, I'm not getting any bites at all. 8-ounce sinker. And that's the current's even taking that. Put crabs on in a minute. I don't really see anybody catching anything. I can fish here for a little bit and then I'll probably end up moving spots. Put green crab right on the bottom hook. I'm using a high-low rig. 2.0 circle hooks. 8-ounce bank sinker. And no bites. Well, that was a total bust. Stayed down here for like 15 minutes, no bites, nothing at all. I haven't seen anybody catching anything either, but they're getting ready for that. I think it's the Shorecraft Beer Festival. That's what that little white trailer is right there. They have another one on the other side. All the porta potties all lined up. Should be a pretty busy event. They do have a lot of stuff going on. There's a kite festival too. I'm going to try to drive around and try to find another area. I'm sure 9th Street is going to be ridiculously flooded. A couple other spots I might try. I'm not going to give up yet. But that was not good. The beach is finally open too. The beach was shut down for not a week, but it was definitely a couple days, 4 or 5 days. They had insulin needles, medical waste had washed up onto the beach. And they shut it down. It was insane. All the way from Chincoteague, Virginia, all the way down to Lewis, Delaware. So it was, yeah, it was a lot, a whole lot. Yeah, this is 9th Street right here. Watch this little car go through. Oh, he said no. But yeah, they shut the beach down. OSV was shut down on Assateague. It was all of it. It was, yeah, it was just terrible. I don't even know how those people got out there. All the water. But yeah, they pretty much, so they shut the beach down, they cleaned it all up, and then they were waiting through the tides to cycle through. And then once there was enough tides to cycle through and they didn't find any medical waste, they would open it back up. So everything got opened up. And then it was the next day, they didn't find any. I think this was on, today's Friday. I think that was Wednesday. They didn't find any, but they were saying that they did not want to open the beaches because there's no lifeguards and the rip currents were really bad. So they just wanted to let it kind of settle down for a bit. And then they opened everything up today. And I believe OSV on Assateague is open too. And they just opened back up. Shockingly, it is not bad down here. It's really not bad at all. Try the Coast Guard station down here. A bunch of people fishing it. Welp, there goes that idea. They used to have, yeah, the Shore Craft Beer Festival. They used to have it in there. Now, yeah, they switched it to the Bayside. To be honest, it was way too small in there. Jammed in there like sardines. Here's the inlet. This lot's closed. I would try to fish at the hotel, but it's still open for the year, so you have to be staying there to park there. Oh well, all right, I guess I'll head home. Ashley and I were talking about maybe just going to walk the boardwalk. Maybe we'll go do that for a little bit. Go see what's down there. Maybe get some lunch too. Oh, but yeah, going back to bike week, holy crap, was there a lot of accidents. Usually every year, we always hear of like one or two, and it's normally like not that bad. This year was by far the worst I've ever seen it. I was on Shore News Beacon. It's a Facebook group, and he pretty much posts just stuff in the area. It's all like emergency stuff. And he had, I counted, his last like 18 posts that he had, 10 of them were motorcycle accidents. And there was one, it was a Friday night, a 16-year-old local kid was downtown, and a guy, 51-year-old guy, drunk on a motorcycle, was speeding through and hit him. And he's now fighting for his life. And it's just unbelievable that this stuff is going on. And it's like, I feel like Bike Week years ago used to be a lot of fun. We used to take the kids down here and see all the bikes, and they've really enjoyed it. This year was the first year. Ashley and I both were like, we don't even feel safe driving down here. After the accident that we saw other bikers blocking traffic so that their friends could go by, racing down the bus lanes. It was bad. It was awful. And so I hope next year it gets cleaned up, because it was pretty bad. And it's you never want to see somebody get hurt, especially like an event like that. And it's starting to rain. Can't catch a break today. There's more flooding in there. I think we'll go down to the boardwalk. It's still going to be a lot of fun. The Kite Festival is going on. We'll kind of walk around for a little bit, check things out, probably get some lunch. They're setting up for one of the festivals. I can't remember which one. I'm going to find out though, and go walk around there, go check it out. So yeah, either way, it should be fun. I'm not worried about it. There's other days to fish. Today just wasn't my day. That's right, I was trying to figure it out. New moon, it's the harvest moon. That's what it is. And that water is disgustingly dirty. No wonder why there was no fish biting down there. I don't know if you can see it or not, all the different shades. That explains it all. I go pick Ashley up, we're headed back. And now it's raining. Oh, wait. It might, no, still going. And we have, I think the weather said like 0% chance of rain.
I mean,
it's typical, yep. Hopefully it's not raining in Ocean City. It doesn't, clouds look pretty clear up ahead. Big Kite Festival going on. actually really nice down here today. Here's the little Spider-Man. So the Ocean's Calling Music Festival is next weekend. So that's what they're setting up for now. I think we'll go walk down there and go check it out. My favorite one? I don't know. I always like the Scuba Man. The big blue one way up there. Which one's yours? The big Scuba Man. Who, the truck? Oh yeah, the truck people right here. I think they have to. Yeah, they all go in a row. No, it's pretty wild. Oh yeah, the seahorse right there.
Alright, which way are we going?
Wanna go down to the boardwalk? Like all the way down to the inlet? This is all for the Ocean's Calling. I think there's like, what, 3 stages?
I thought so.
2 or 3, I know that. But it's insane setting up. They had last time there was a stage over there. It's a huge event. It gets like super busy down here. Our neighbor Bob went last year. He was saying it was actually ran pretty smooth. And I think last year they only had 1 arrest throughout the whole weekend. It was just some like super drunk guy trying to fight everybody. And the cops pretty much gave him every chance not to do it, and he just kept trying. But yeah, I mean, it was extremely safe, which was good. It was nice to hear because there was a ton of people. Last year they sold, I think it was every state in the US. There was somebody in every state in the US that bought a ticket.
Okay, so there's 2 stages.
I think it's 2.
No, it's not. It's 3. Seabright stage.
Yeah.
Carousel stage. Rockville stage.
Okay.
So I was right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're bringing the tractor trailer out. Yeah, the bulldozer went in the ocean. That huge storm that came through, they had to cancel it because it was so. It was a nor'easter that came through. They were trying to pull one of the front loaders out of the ocean. This is all part of it too. All this. Where do the bands stay? Last time they were staying, I think, down that way. They had like trailers. Yeah, they had a bunch of trailers down there. I don't know what they're gonna do this year though.
And then this was like the food hall for them or something.
Was it?
They had a big lounge for them, like catered and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then where's the like sound?
I don't.
Set up for that.
Yeah.
That looks like the lockers. Is that what that is?
Lockers? I don't know.
Because if you get like the VIP, there's a certain pass where I think you get a locker where you can put your stuff in it.
We're at Harrison's, getting some lunch. What did we get last time?
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even eat it like Nick. I even ordered it. I think I did.
Was that the crab tip? Crab tip, shrimp? Did we do the clams casino? No, we did oyster Rockefellers. Where are those? Starters. Conch fritters.
I don't know if we go.
They switched up their menu, but last time we were here, they had an oysters Rockefeller, which was actually really good. So we got the clams casino, crab dip, and conch fritters. We're gonna try those. Oh, and we got grapefruit crushes too. Is it spicy? It is? Oh, I can't wait. All right, we're going to eat. Ooh, the crab dip is amazing. No, Nick ate it all. It's like the best one we've had. Well, not the St. Kitts one. I don't know. I almost like it better than fishtails. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it is hot. You like lemon on yours?
No. Ooh, that's good. That was awesome. Harrison's Harbor Watch. The second time we've eaten in there, it's really, really good.
Is this one updated?
Yeah, that's updated. Same one we just saw. I know they're not technically driving on the beach, but it's weird seeing them on the beach. They have these like little pads down. And they're coming in.
And they're dropping more pads.
Yeah.
They're driving on the pads to drop.
That's the stage.
But I want to say the first year they did not have these down.
No, the first year they didn't.
In the same.
They had, the first year it was a walkway that went underneath the pier to the inlet parking lot. That's what got washed into the ocean. And then the front loader was trying to pull something off, and then that went in the ocean, and they were trying to pull all of it out. That year was a mess.
I want to go watch it then. Because, yeah, I swear this was all sand, and you're right. We only had
It
one
was.
entrance, and they had to go underneath
Yeah.
the pier. They didn't have all this out.
Because they ran wires underneath the pier.
Yeah.
To the stage,
Yeah.
and the stage was like, I think it was somewhere over there,
And
but
now
they moved
like
it back.
flooring this year.
It's nice. It's gonna be a huge event. The Eagle, I like it. So that is it. Headed back home. Gotta get the kids from school. And then birthday dinner tonight.
Whew, I can't believe you're 40.
40, I know. I know. Well, no, I was talking about like before, about like when her and I met. Well, I was 21, you were
19.
Yeah, 19. Ooh, try to back up out of here. It's gonna be really hard. But yeah, I was 21, she was 19. We're old people now.
I'm not old. I am not old.
You are not far behind me.
I remember when I turned 20 and you said you don't date 20-year-olds.
I know, I was gonna trade you in for a younger one.
Doing that now.
Yep. All right, we're out of here. We will see you on the next one.